It's time to celebrate the All-Star festivities for a week of big-time excitement in My Team.
We've got the players you voted for and exciting new player cards to bring to your My Team lineup just in time for All-Star Weekend.
All-Star packs are bringing the starters, reserves, and stars of All-Star Saturday night.
The starters will all be 99 overall Dark Matters, and every player in My Team is going to Star MVP who will be added after the weekend as a 100 overall collection reward.
The festival is on now to celebrate, and 100 overall Yao Ming is yours if you collect them all.
A perennial favorite.
Welcome, everyone. Let's get ready for some NBA basketball on 2K Sports. Here with Coach Stan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan. Here's the starting group for the Charlotte Hornets. Powell is out there with Cook. And there's Bryant, and it's Blair in at the 4 slot. And for the Hawks, they've got Junior. Murray out there with Jalen Wells. Then it's Hammonds. And it's Hayward in at the 5, roaming the paint. Well, for both teams, it's game 1 of the NBA Cup. A chance to start strong in this group stage.
Remember, the group stage is just 4 games, so every game is huge. I expect both teams to come out with a little extra effort. It just means more than your average regular season contest.
And when he gets in his head that he's going to get to the basket, very little you can do defensively.
Here is Cook. Knocked loose. And here we go. Fast break. Junior's got it. And so it looks like the Hawks will retain possession here. Hammonds kicks to Murray. Wells the bounce pass. Murray the pass to Wells. Pass to Junior. Just 4 to shoot. And the baseline jumper, no good.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D. Now flying high and throwing it down with the one-hander.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys. To the paint. That's in for the first basket of the game after 3 attempts.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Once he gets in deep on the defense, there is no way he's missing a layup like that.
And he gets it to go as they call the foul. He's on his way to the line for one more.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
The Hornets shooting their first free throw of the night here.
Yeah, last year, collectively, only 74% from the line.
That's good from Cook. Just over a minute and a half played here in this one. Inside. And he banks in the layup.
Yeah, they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
And stolen by Junior. Pass to Hammonds. Now, here's Junior. And there's the call on Trey Powell. That's his first foul. On defense, Charlotte. And here's Junior. 6 to shoot. Here's Wells. That shot misses. Nice D from Bryant. Down low, Powell lays it up and banks it in.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
Yeah, well, his offensive contributions are going to be very important in this game. So it's good they've already got him in a rhythm.
And that's a special play coming from the one spot.
You know, his passing can take a backseat for that dunk. Wow.
Wow, that is an impressive vertical for a point guard. My goodness.
And now the first timeout called here for the Hornets. Defeated by the Pelicans in their last game. They'll try to put that one behind them.
And really, I thought what was the difference in that game? Offensive rebound or the lack thereof. A lot of one and dones in that game.
Yeah, they weren't as aggressive on the...
Hornets trail by 16. So on the floor for Charlotte to start this second quarter. They've got Madsen. Warren is out there with Cook. And it's Blair in at the 4. And the shot by Warren, no good.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in cracking this huge lead.
And that one's good, Junior.
I love that they're continuing to attack despite being up big.
Yeah, they're being absolutely relentless, building this lead in every way possible.
And it's sent back by Howard. And he's able to get it back. And he gets it back.
And he has lost all confidence out there. Still not a single field goal made in the game.
Douglas dishes to Junior. Douglas with it. 20 points for him last game against Portland. And there it is for him. Let's look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for the Hawks.
Well, their defense has been really impressive, especially the number of blocks they've managed to get. It's not easy to keep denying guys at the rim.
And another thing they've done so well is convert fast break opportunities. Great job trusting their guys and getting those easy ones.
Here's Junior, and Junior throws it down.
And that's a special play coming from the one spot.
You know, his passing can take a backseat for that dunk. Wow.
Wow, that is an impressive vertical for a point guard. My goodness.
Count it.
Look, he's the kind of player that has you awake at 3 a.m. asking yourself, how do I stop it?
And Junior throws it down.
And if you look at this first half, overall, they've just had the better shot selection.
Yeah, they've done a better job executing offensively, moving the ball and creating high percentage looks.
The Hawks leading by 20 to the middle. It falls for his 7th bucket of the contest. He's 7 for 9.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
Outside Warren. Cans the shot with nobody near him. Warren's got his first bucket of the night.
Well, you love the unselfishness. Makes the next pass and enables his team to capitalize on the possession.
And now the first timeout called here for the Hawks. And GA, we've had some great left-handed players in this league. You being one of them. But that being said, give me your top 3 all-time lefties.
Oh, man, it is so hard, Kevin. I mean, I immediately, though, think of the great Bill Russell in the front court. Also the Admiral. Bob Lanier was another terrific player. For guards, how about, Tiny Archibald, James Harden? There have been a lot of terrific southpaws to play the game. And really, these are some of the toughest calls an official has to make.
And the Hawks making a change here. Hammonds checks in. The Hornets also changing it up. Bayless is checked in. And Bull. And through the first half, a pretty lopsided affair. It's Atlanta just dominating this one.
25. And the Hawks Youth Dance Team.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. You look at Junior in this game, he's been everywhere.
His play so far is what fans love about him. He has gone right at the defense time and time again.
Yeah, he hasn't been settling. He's getting to the rim, and that's him at his best.
We've got Hammonds. Jalen Wells is out there with Keegan Murray. Then it's Junior, and it's Hayward in at center. So that's the lineup for Atlanta. And now let's swing it over to Allie LaForce on the sideline.
Well, Junior in the last matchup against the Trailblazers was not his usual self. He picked up a handful of points and did a nice job of spreading the ball around. He never looked comfortable and was off target all night, something he's definitely going to try to rectify here.
Good work as always, Allie. We thank you. So, do you think we'll see a better game here tonight?
I hope so. I mean, for his sake. And I think we will. I mean, he's a tough player. That won't bring him down, and it'll only fuel his fire.
Yeah, but this isn't all on him either. His team needs to get him some easy looks to help him get his rhythm back.
That one misses, so he goes 1 for 2.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
The basket good off the assist from Hayward. 20 points for Junior.
And when they've gone to him, he has come through big time. You got to keep getting him touches.
Here is Cook. Pass to Powell. Oh, yes, he did. 5 up and 5 down for him so far.
A little artistry in the painted area, converting against the size.
Yeah, he didn't let the defense affect him there. He just kept his focus.
And there's the whistle. Illegal screen. Well, a chance to check out some stats for him.
Beyond the leaning, you can see his feet weren't set on that screen. Easy call.
Look, you can get away with a lot in terms of screens today. But you can't make it that obvious.
Madsen, he's checked in for Bryant. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. He's got 8.
They've got the offense clicking. 3 for 4 to start the half and looking confident.
And the turnover again by Atlanta. Here's what the Hawks have lined up on their schedule. On Saturday, they'll host the Oklahoma City Thunder. Then on Monday, it'll be the Detroit Pistons coming into town.
And if I'm this team, I'm looking at this as a barometer to see how we stack up against some of the top teams in the league. They'll have to be at their best. But if they come out of this with some success, I think it'll build momentum for the rest of the run.
And the Hornets making a change here. Warren's checked in, and the shot goes down.
Yeah, they've come out of the break confidently. 4 of their first 5 here to start the second half.
Hawks passing it around. And Junior throws it down.
And that's a special play coming from the one spot.
You know, his passing can take a backseat for that dunk. Wow.
Wow, that is an impressive vertical for a point guard. My goodness.
It's Powell with the drive. Pocket 6. Jacks up a 3. Warren, good. Warren's got 5 now.
And they're showing much more focus here in the second half. More effort as well. And their offense starting to show signs of life.
Atlanta calls timeout. And the Hornets making a change.
Substitution on the court.
A few possessions into the fourth quarter, just over a minute played. Poke loose, Postnall, and he makes good on the layup.
Well, he's playing great tonight, but not quite well enough to carry the entire team. They need to find some other contributors.
And Charlotte looking at who they've got. Adson is out there with Bryant. Then it's Cook. Then there's Powell. And it's Cook with the ball for the Charlotte Hornets, trailing by 19. Releases. And Charlotte again with the bucket.
And after an abysmal first half from the field, the shots now starting to fall.
And Junior throws it down.
And that's a special play coming from the one spot.
You know, his passing can take a backseat for that dunk. Wow.
Wow, that is an impressive vertical for a point guard. My goodness.
And the foul called on Junior. That's foul number 2 for him.
And the next one puts him in the bonus.
Releases from 15. Out of bounds, Atlanta will take possession. The Hawks leading by 19. Here's Hammonds. Just a little under 2.5 minutes of pass now here in the fourth. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Clearly a foul.
And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for Atlanta.
Well, they've been owning the painted area offensively. I love the intensity they're playing with down there.
And we're also seeing a lot from them at the arc in this one. Tonight, it's been all about that 3 ball for these guys.
Well, he led him with the pass there, almost like a quarterback timing a route. That was impressive.
Here's Junior. Chalk up 2 there.
No doubt in this one. Doing everything he can to slam.
Just 5 to shoot. Howard, and the layup's good off the glass.
As he goes right at the bigger defender.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
An unorganized defense like that is not going to help them close this deficit.
Bryant's shot is good.
And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for the Hawks.
You know, a team can have a great shooting night without getting a lot of assists, but tonight they had both.
Yeah, and listen, you only get the assist if the guy you give it to makes the shot. So a lot of assists will up your field goal percentage, but this was a great team effort by everyone.
And it'll mark their 4th win on the year, actually their 5th win on the year.
And with this win now, we're all square, 1-1, 2 more games yet to come in what's proving to be a very competitive season series.
Howard's checked in for the Hawks. Jackson comes in for Wells. Charlotte also making some changes. Bayless is checked in, and Warren subbed in for Bryant. Warren on the wing. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. The first free throw is good. Bryant is checked in for Powell.
Taking 2 shots.
Both free throws good from Warren. Here's Hammonds. Here's Junior, and Junior throws it down.
Impressive job by the players, coaches, and don't.
Coach all the way down.
And denied. He sends it right off the glass. And they can just let the clock run out here.
Cannot argue with the W.
No good on that one. Outside Warren. And the foul called on Junior. That's his 3rd foul so far. Bonus situation in effect, so we'll head to the free. And so it's the Hawks taking care of business in this one. They poured it on tonight. Dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every minute of it.
And, you know, this game could really be a defining one for what they can do when they are playing at their best. I mean, being here at home no doubt helps, and the execution was flawless.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. And for all of us here at the table, Stan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony and our terrific sideline reporter, Allie LaForce.
Welcome to Expert Tips. I'm Mike Wang, Gameplay Director for NBA 2K. Today we're talking all things defense in NBA 2K26. When you want to guard the player that is closest to the ball, press the Swap Player button. Want to guard a specific player? Simply press the icon Swap Bumper, then choose the player's icon closest to the player you'd like to defend. Holding the left trigger will increase your defensive intensity and allow you to initiate contact. This works both on ball or off ball. You can also hold the sprint trigger to move faster. To crowd the ball handler, move toward them with intense D held. New to 2K26 is a variety of defensive upgrades, like more organic.
Hi and welcome everyone here on 2K Sports. Can't wait to get some NBA action going. I'm Kevin Harlan here with Greg Anthony and Tim Legler, along with our reporter, Allie LaForce. a look at the starters for the Pistons. We've got Jared McCain, and it's Bailey in at the 3 spot. And for the Hawks, they've got Junior. He's out there with Hammonds, and it's Wells in at the small forward. It'll be the Hawks off the tip. You know, these two teams rack up the assists. Greg, they pride themselves on playing unselfish basketball.
Yeah, both sides preach player and ball movement, getting everyone involved. It makes both teams that much more difficult to defend.
Here's Sims. Wells grabs the miss. Atlanta with the ball. They came away with the victory in their last meeting, which, by the way, was also in this building.
And the last time they were able to come away with that win because of their depth. Great production from the reserve.
And a credit to their front office. They wanted a more complete team, and that's exactly what we saw in that one.
Well, it was the Hawks winning their last game against the Pistons. And that one's good, Junior.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
And we knew coming into this game, we expected him to be very involved early.
Swiped away. Fast break. Here they come. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
Lights out here, right out of the game. Perfect 4-4 from the floor.
And, guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Hawks.
And, guys, they've done a great job feeding their bigs inside. They are just punishing the opposition in the paint.
And their ball movement has been next level. When your team is playing unselfishly like this, that is tough to beat. Oh, they missed one after 4 straight makes. Still a good start to the game.
Pass to Richards to end the run, and it's good on the layup.
Finally, after all those clanks, someone comes through for him.
Yeah, it took a few trips.
Whoa! What a play!
Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying to get back into a game like this.
Ouch, Greg, that is definitely an emphasis jam. A big apostrophe or exclamation point, maybe even a question mark. Let's see the connected cam angle on that stunning play, brought to you by AT&T.
That's 20% now from the field. What a cold start.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. Pass to McCain. There's the killer two-handed slam.
Making the most of the screen. That's how it's done.
And it's in the perfect spot, Greg. Frees him up to get all the way to the bucket.
Yeah, not only does he create the space he needs, but then he attacks downhill.
Really seizing the momentum of this game, but doing it with a methodical approach.
We always talk about getting high percentage shots, and they are teaching a master class in that right now.
And the Pistons decide to take their first timeout right here. They're coming into this game off that recent loss to Atlanta.
Yeah. Substitution on the court.
And here in the second, with about 1.5 minutes gone by, the Pistons working the ball around now. Launches it. It will go down, and the Hawks' lead is cut to just 9 on the basket from Sims.
Now that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, and that's the effectiveness of the two-man game right there.
On the floor for Detroit, we've got Bailey, and it's Richards in at the center position. Detroit's gone 3 of 5 beyond the arc since the start of the second quarter. It's time to send it over now to our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Well, Junior in the last matchup against Detroit had a huge game. He ended up with 37 points, and he was red hot from beyond the arc, raining down a ton of threes. Such an impressive effort. The team relied on him, and he delivered.
All right, Allie, great stuff as always. Greg, we'll see if he can keep rolling here tonight.
Yeah, and that's the rub. When he's in rhythm, he can carry your team across the line.
Well, I expect they'll go to him early here, hoping for a repeat performance.
And the first one drops. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. The Hawks leading by 9 to the inside. And Junior Junior throws it down.
Love seeing a point guard who can explode to the rim like that.
Oh, great attitude and even a better finish.
Okay, I see ya. That's your point guard getting up.
A nice shot by McCain. McCain's got 5 points now this quarter.
He's an absolute beast to deal with for the defense. Sometimes he can even leave you feeling helpless.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. Here's Sims. Hits the three-point bomb. Sims has got his third bucket of the night.
Well, the defense was a little soft right there, and it made it a practice shot.
Hammonds kicks to Wells. Here's Hammonds. McCain defending. Hammonds passes to Junior. Rebound by the Pistons.
Well, the defense did just enough to force that miss because he is a good finisher.
Bailey. Again, the Pistons good for two.
That was big because they dug a big hole in the first quarter, but starting to show signs of life.
And Junior throws it down.
Pushing the action, getting others involved. He does it time and time again.
That is just beautiful ball movement, unselfish basketball.
And the foul on Jalen Wells. That is his first foul. And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. Hawks on top, up by 5. And we'll be back for the second half following the break. Keep it right here on 2K Sports. And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. You look at Junior in this game, he's been everywhere.
Definitely been challenging the defense here early on, not settling for anything outside.
I wouldn't want to have to be out there trying to keep up with them. It's really difficult when he shows you this kind of energy offensively.
Hammonds is out there with Junior. Then it's Jalen Wells. And it's Bates in at the power forwards position. So that's the lineup for Atlanta. Here's Bailey. Covered by Wells. With the shot. And the shot is long.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Pistons trail by 5. Pass to McCain. Here's Sims. The three. It's good from long range.
The three.
Sims has got the first points to start out the third quarter for the Pistons. Here's Junior. The rebound by Richards.
And out of the gates here in this second half, they have not started well. 0 of 3.
It's out of bounds. The Pistons able to retain possession here. He's checked in for the Hawks. Here's McCain. 7 points in the game. So, Tim, when you look at the current landscape of the NBA, the talent level seems to be at an all-time high.
Well, Kevin, there are more high-level shot makers in this league than ever before as guys continue to add shooting range and creativity with their handle.
And they got to be always evolving, right? I mean, you cannot rest on what you've done.
Well, the league now emphasizes high-level shot making more than they ever have. And in the era of the three-point shot in particular, it's crucial that you add that to your game.
Absolutely.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
When someone is rolling like this, just keep feeding him. That's just great coaching.
And stolen by Junior. To the middle. Here's Hammonds. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
Way to attack there and then create the contact.
The Hawks have made 5 of 8 of their free throw attempts.
Yeah, looking over their percentage on the season, I think they will be thrilled with the number in terms of their free throw percentage, 79.
And he can't get the first one. Keegan Murray's checked in for Wells. Young's checked in for the Pistons. And the second free throw, good. Pistons trail by 7, and the foul called on Junior. That's his first foul.
Team first.
Here's Young. Pass to Richards. Here's McCain. Good on the three-point shot. McCain's got 10.
Yeah, the D with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been from beyond. And that kind of sums up how this game is going.
Attack-minded all the way.
When you have someone running point who's also a factor at the rim like that, it's a huge advantage.
Pass to Richards. Rebound by Murray.
Yeah, just a solid job on the backboard. They are really controlling the inside.
Pistons trail by 6. Bailey with the ball. He has 5. And another 3 for Detroit.
Their third three-pointer in a row.
And now the first timeout called here for the Hawks.
Our T-shirt crew is looking for the loudest fans, so get up and get crazy!
So both teams making some changes here. And for a look at how the competition stacks up right now, here's the latest edition of the Power Rankings.
Substitution on the court.
Sims is checked in, and Jared McCain subbed in for Young. Doherty outside. Pass to McCain. Just over a minute and a half played here in the fourth. And here's Doherty for 3. No good that time.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
On the court for the Pistons, Cade Cunningham out there with Jared McCain. Then there's Doherty. Then there's Bailey. And it's Sims in at the 3. Doherty outside. Shot clock at 6. Cunningham. That's good, and it's Doherty with the assist.
I love the mentality of Cunningham tonight, looking for his shot, and boy, is he producing.
And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a 3-point play chance here for him.
Second.
And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for the Hawks.
Credit them for not settling. I mean, they've been in attack mode off the dribble all game long, and thus far, it's paying off.
And they have left the defense scrambling because they have found success in the paint, which has allowed them to play inside out.
And the Pistons making a change here. Richards is checked in. The Hawks leading by 5. Pass to Junior. It's blocked. To the paint. And he takes the fantastic lead pass up strong for the slam.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam, using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there, sure. Pistons trail by 3. And the points coming for them now, Greg and bunches.
And we're seeing what a high-octane offense should look like.
Pass to Richards. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
If you came to watch a scoring battle, you're in the right place.
We thought this might be the case coming in. Not a lot of defense out there right now.
Time call here. The Hawks decide to talk it over. They're up by 1. 1:56 left in the fourth quarter. It's now time to take a look at our player of the game.
And it's been a ridiculous performance in the best sense possible. I mean, everything about his game has been working. And no matter what they've thrown at him, he's had the answer.
They get the rebound, and he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up.
Team score. At the line for your Hawks. 2 shots.
And the first of two, no good. Heartbreaker. That's good. Going 1 of 2 from the line, and that will put them up by 2.
And really, if not for the miss, they'd be sitting in a much better position.
A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. A shot by Sims, no good. Atlanta's gone a disappointing 2 of 6 on 3-point attempts here in the fourth. And it's Junior missing.
Yeah, keeps on shooting, keeps on missing. Maybe time to go in a different direction.
It's to Sims to take the lead. Page grabs the miss. Page has got 6 rebounds now in the game. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. A shot by Messi, no good.
Well, that is a nice challenge at the rim. Really altered that shot.
Here's Tarlock. And again, it's the Pistons missing.
And at this point, the defense is daring him to shoot.
Hammonds passes to Wells. Here's Junior. No good with the layup.
And there hasn't been anything easy for him in this period.
And with each miss, you can feel him pressing just a little bit more.
I think we'll see them burn the clock a bit here.
Yeah, smart move.
Points are an absolute must here.
And they need to continue to play with urgency.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. He hits the first one, and that narrows the gap to 1. Hawks making a switch here. Hayward's checked in. That one drops. He ties it up.
How fantastic was that? One mistake and the game's over, but he gets it done.
Down low, here's Junior. Detroit with the rebound.
It's really a tale of the 2 quarters. Shot it so well in the last, but this one can't get anything to fall.
Time called here. The Pistons decide to talk it over. Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation.
As this game tightens up, it's even more important to take care of the basketball.
We've got 13 seconds left in the fourth. Inside. Oh, no good. Here's Sims, and we're going to overtime. A riveting defensive play to keep them alive. And regulation now complete. We will go to overtime. 2K Sports back in a moment here in Atlanta. Glad to have you with us as we get going in overtime. Neither team giving an inch in this one. So it's the Hawks. Checked in for Atlanta. Jalen Suggs is checked in for Detroit. Young comes in for Jared McCain. Howard is out there with Murray. Then it's Junior. And it's Douglas in at the point guard position.
Yeah, a lot of pressure in this situation. Not easy to convert those free throws.
Howard with the steal. Tries it from 19. Douglas can't hit. Pistons trail by 3. To the middle. Makes it off the glass.
That's a great look. His teammate was on the move, but he put it right where it needed to be.
Time called here. The Hawks decide to talk it over.
Fans, make some noise for your ATL dancers.
The Pistons making a change here. A minute into overtime and what has been a great game so far. And Junior throws it down.
Big hops from the backcourt.
Oh, absolutely. And maybe just what they need to get this game, GA, going in their direction.
It is nice to have a playmaker who can also get up and finish like that.
Now a timeout called by Detroit. Wells is checked in for Howard. And the Pistons making a change here as well. Sims is checked in. Tarlock. That's in, coming off the assist from Cunningham.
Every coach in this league loves assisted baskets. It indicates your offense is flowing the way it's supposed to.
Gives the team such a great element having a one guard who can get to the 10.
Certainly something every team wants to have.
And you can see how it energizes the entire team.
Here's Sims. And they get it back. Cunningham gets the bucket.
Yes, sir. Kay Cunningham embracing the role of a leader.
Here's Junior. And Junior throws it down.
Man, he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. And they double up Cunningham. And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there. So it's the Pistons now. Hayward with the ball. Now defended by Cunningham. Pass to Murray. And he finishes nicely on the way. And the Hawks lead by 5.
I love young players getting a chance late in games. Don't expect Murray to waver here.
Cunningham kicks to Sims. The three-pointer, no good.
Yeah, I think he forced that a little bit there. Should have tried for a higher percentage look from the three.
Give them credit. They've worked hard all game, now looking to finish it.
I think the key here is to be careful about playing it too safely. Just keep doing what you're doing.
A three-pointer is right on target.
I love the ball movement there. He put that on a silver platter. Just served him up.
And that's an intentional foul. Atlanta making a switch here. Bates is checked in. And the Pistons making a change here as well. Bailey is checked in for Gordon. So the first one drops, and that puts them up by 5. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line. And it's a 6-point ball game.
Perfectly done at the stripe there. That brings their lead up to an even more comfortable level.
Time called here. The Pistons decide to talk it over. They're trailing by 6. 29 seconds left in the first overtime. Action has been terrific.
Who wants the free t-shirt? Well, let me hear you there.
Bailey passes to Richards. Out to the right wing. Here's Bailey, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
Team second. At the line for the Pistons. Bailey taking 2 shots.
First free throw is good, and that brings them within 5. And so he makes both from the line. Atlanta calls timeout. They're up by 4. There's 18 seconds left in the first overtime.
Please give a big round of applause to your Hawks Youth Dance Team. One more time, let's hear it for your ATL.
Douglas dishes to Junior. And they foul intentionally. That's what they have to do at this point.
Honestly, just doing what they have to in order to get the basketball back.
That's the first, and that puts them up by 5. Second one is good. Being both at the line, and it's a 6-point ball game. Out to the right wing. Here's Sims. Detroit, no good that time either. And an intentional foul right there.
You have to foul, but I'm sure they would have liked to foul someone different.
Good on the first, and that makes it a 7-point lead. And so both free throws are good, and it's an 8-point game.
And guys, overtime not nearly as competitive as regulation. They've used up all their energy just getting it into overtime.
And so it's Atlanta with the W. They escaped with a victory, although they needed an extra period to get it done.
Yeah, but what a great game. I mean, both teams, I felt like, gave it their all. But when it came to OT, it was just all about sheer determination on their part.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Tim Legler, Greg Anthony, and Allie LaForce, I'm Kevin.
Good to have you with us on a Sunday afternoon for basketball here on 2K Sports. Tonight, it'll be the Atlanta Hawks going up against the Brooklyn Nets here in Barclays Center. Brian Anderson here. With me tonight are analysts Richard Jefferson and Grant Hill, and our reporter, Allie LaForce. And now the Atlanta Hawks starters. We've got Murray, also Jalen Wells out there, and it's Hayward in at the 5 spot. And for Brooklyn, we've got Bilal Coulibaly, and it's Grantham in at the point guard position. Still in the early stages of the season here, but some people are already talking about MVP and Rookie of the Year, Grant.
You know, I think it's a little early for that. I mean, those decisions are a long way off. But, you know, B.A., I guess it never hurts to take a peek.
Here we go. And the tip goes to the Nets. Fires top of the key. It's hauled in by Hayward. Here's Junior. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair.
The defense there doing whatever they can to protect the rim.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. And so he makes both from the line.
Well, when you send him to the line, you know what the outcome is likely to be.
Outside Coulibaly. Pass to Grantham. Shot from the wing. Rebounded by the Hawks. They're getting their first look of the season at Brooklyn in this one.
The team they beat in round 1 of the playoffs last season. Now, those guys will be looking for some serious payback.
Here's Forbes. Shot clock at 6. Kicks it to Junior. Samuels pulls it in.
Had enough room to finish, and that's one he'll usually make.
Here's Fleming. And that's good. His first bucket of the game.
It looked like he was playing against his little brother out there, the way he just went right over him with his height.
Here's Junior. And the dunk by Junior.
I tell you, a little extra pressure on D when you're up against a point guard who can elevate.
It doesn't make it easy, does it?
Yeah, hard to strategize. For a guy who can make a pass or a play like this right in your face.
Brooklyn shooting their first free throws of the game now. That one misses.
Shooting for Brooklyn. Stepping to the line with 2 shots.
He hits the second from the line. The Hawks have gone 1 for 3 so far. Inside. And there's the rejection. Out of bounds, Hawks ball as Atlanta keeps possession. Shot from the inbound.
Just haven't found their offensive footing yet, only managing to sink 1 of their first 5 shots. Okay, so if I were to say this was a disaster of a period for him, it would be an understatement. But hey, sometimes you got to shoot your way out of the slump, even for him.
Here's Junior after the basket by Brooklyn. Wells, the pass to Junior. And too long on the shot.
He hasn't been able to find his touch this quarter.
Yeah, straight up, guys. Like, he's ice cold, like freezing. What's colder than cold? But you don't have to shoot it, my guy. It's okay to pass the ball.
Now, here is Junior. Last game out, 36 points for him. And that one's good. Coulibaly.
Oh, that's impactful defense right there. Finding a steal and instantly turning it into offense.
Junior tries again. And is blocked.
He just looks off this quarter. Looks like he's forcing it a bit right now. A little bit in his head.
Transition basketball. The most reliable way to generate easy looks.
Yeah, when you hustle on the break like he does, good things tend to happen.
And it'll be Atlanta with their first time out of the game here.
Failing to find a rhythm offensively. Something that needs to change and change soon.
And Coach called his time.
Substitutions on the court.
Here's Grantham. Gets the 3 to fall. Grantham's got 11 points in the quarter.
You can really feel the momentum swinging in their direction.
Yeah, but they can't relax. They've got to keep building on this lead because it is not safe.
We've got Bilal Coulibaly, and it's Wilkins in at the power forward position. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. And he drops in the layup off the glass. And the Nets lead by 9.
And once more this half, they find a way to get great position inside.
To the paint. Here's Junior. And the dunk by Junior.
Hey, kept it simple. No reason to get fancy right now, B.A.
Yeah, he's just looking to find shots and produce for his team. Offensive rebound, and he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
First personal foul.
And he just powered through contact trying to complete the play.
And now we get a little perspective here on how the hustle game has been for the Nets.
When you pile up the blocks earlier in games, it really can affect the other team. They lose confidence offensively.
Yeah, I also like how they've immediately gotten out in transition. They came to run, and we'll see if they can keep it up. And he gives up some size inside, but makes a great adjustment on the finish.
Yeah, you can give up some size, but that shows you how fearless he is, willing to attack the basket no matter who is in front of him. Talk about putting a team on your back. He has been dominant this quarter, and I don't think they are winning without him.
From outside the arc. And it's Grantham missing. Hawks trail by 8. Pass to Junior. Good ball movement here by Atlanta. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Opportunity for a three-point play here.
That's 10 straight points they've given up in the painted area.
So for the Hawks, Howard's checked in for Misi. Wells comes in for Forbes.
A lean, wiry 6'8". Keegan Murray, he can defend and he can shoot it. He has the tools every team is looking for.
Right side, Coulibaly. 17-foot shot on the way. They get it back. It's stolen away. Here's Murray. He's got 5. Junior. Grantham with the rebound. To the inside. Here's Wilkins. And they cash it in right away with a quick shot. Wilkins has got his first points of the game.
He's been playing great, unselfish basketball, really putting the rock in the hands of the right shooters.
His court vision has been on display in this one. He's doing a tremendous job just orchestrating the offense beautifully.
Oh, nice one-handed jam there, B.A.
Hey, little exclamation point. Oh, deflected. It's stolen by Coulibaly. Here's Samuels. And he hammers it home to polish off the break.
This is intelligent basketball. Forcing a turnover and then immediately starting the fast break.
There's a 4-second difference between the shot and game clock. Out of bounds. It'll be Brooklyn's ball. Both teams deciding to change it up.
Substitutions on the court.
20 seconds left in the first half of this one. Here's Grantham, covered by Junior. Pass to Wilkins. Out to the wing. And he goes up strong with a one-handed jam.
And adds a few more points to their lead, showing off some style.
And so it's Brooklyn in a good situation.
37.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly in the second. We're seeing more and more teams playing 5 out now, RJ, with big men who can shoot from 3. Is that where the game's headed?
Those players are still hard to find, but I think more 7-footers will look to develop their long-distance shooting. It's becoming the new norm.
Kicking off the second half, here's Jordan Ott's 5. Keegan Murray is out there with Jalen Wells. Then it's Junior, and it's Forbes in at the 2-guard spot. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Keegan Murray. That's his first foul of the game. Pass to Grantham. There's the 3. Atlanta with the rebound. Looking ahead, they've got the Mavericks coming to town for their next one, and that'll launch a 4-game homestand for them. And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Well, Junior in the last matchup against the Bulls was tremendous. He had 36 points, and he didn't waste any of his chances, putting up an impressive field goal percentage. And he was huge for them in that one. Talking to his coaches pregame, they hope he can repeat that performance with another one here tonight. Back to you.
All right, Allie, thanks for the update. Well, that was an incredible night for him. They rode him to that win.
And he was more than happy to carry them, B.A. He might still be feeding off that performance heading into this one.
And it's very likely that he and his guys have carried that momentum into this one.
Substitutions on the court.
A minute 6 left in the third. Oh, they get a hand on it. In transition, here comes Brooklyn.
Adding insult to injury with the dunk off the steal.
Nice to see a good play on D. That led to some fireworks.
Once he poked it away, you knew what was on his mind.
Now Howard hasn't gotten one to fall yet. It's an even 3-on-3 break. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass.
And just not letting up at all. I mean, you have to love this approach. You want to get the ball to the guys who make plays.
This is when good players really get after it. He can sense that they're reeling, and he's going to put his foot on the pedal.
And Junior gets it to go.
Got to fight harder to get over those screens.
Yeah, as soon as these guys feel contact, they are just disappearing like they're not even there. You got to show some fire and keep defending.
6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Second chance effort. Here's Samuels. Here's Doyle. And rejected. And here's Junior. And so it's Brooklyn closing out the quarter ahead by 11 points. Just pounding the painted area. That's helped them build an advantage. All right, stick around. We'll be right back after this.
Turn it up, Nets fans, for your Brooklyn Nets.
And let's take this opportunity to show you our State Farm assist to the game.
You know, I'm kind of stoked that this was a choice because I love this pass. A remarkable find. He put his court vision on full display.
That wasn't a better pass in the game, almost like he had a sixth sense.
Making a switch here.
On the court.
And it's Doyle in at the 2 spot. So that's the Nets 5.
The rebounding numbers make it obvious why they're in front.
They're limiting the offensive possessions for the other team. Tough to win with no extra possessions.
The ball's knocked loose.
Less 2 minutes to play. Fourth quarter.
Here's Junior. Oh, and makes it with the kiss.
He's someone opposing defenses have a hard time game planning for.
They've got time on their side here, Grant.
And if they're smart, they'll milk the clock a little.
Pass to Porter. Here's Fleming. He's covered by Wells. Takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
Big time two-hand slam.
And right on top of the defender, too. That's got to feel good. Fourth three. It's tipped. And he stays with it.
And this one hasn't been in doubt for a bit now. They came out on a mission, and you can bag up this win for the Nets.
Well, Grant, I don't know if there was one deciding factor in this game, but I'd say shooting accuracy if I had to choose.
Agreed, B.A. They really went after quality looks and shot the ball with confidence.
And with this performance, they'll have claimed their 8th win of the year.
Always good to start a season series off with a W. They showed tonight they take this team seriously, and the next 2 matchups between these two should be fun.
Pass to Fleming. 51 seconds left to play in the 4th. Good ball movement here by Brooklyn. Here's Porter. Ooh, coming through again. Shooting 5 for 7 now.
This is what winning is all about. Playing your best when it matters most.
And let me tell you, as a team, you love to hit your stride right at the crucial moments. They put this game away in style.
First personal foul. First team foul.
And he makes a first.
Rebels. Shooting 2.
It's both from the stripe. 34 seconds left in the 4th quarter. Outside Koulibaly. Into the lane. Rejected by Junior. Wells, the pass to Jefferson, to the middle. Junior. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. Free throw good. Junior.
Shooting for Atlanta.
And both free throws good for Junior. 12 seconds left in the 4th. Oakland easily grabbing this one. A clean win, and one where they clearly showed better energy.
Yeah, so true. They put on a show here at home, and I really think they had that extra swagger and confidence, too.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Richard Jefferson, Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson saying thanks for watching. We'll see you later.